Did I get your attention? This is my old Ludwig tambourine that I bought for my band, for my drummer, back in Nebraska in high school. So I got this probably in 1964. And the reason I'm showing you this tambourine, besides getting your attention, is because Constance painted it. And this is an image from the Tomb of the Leopards, an Etruscan image. And this was used by the Maenads, the women, wild women portraying the Maenads in our rite of Jupiter that we performed annually for several years straight. The reason I'm showing you this is to remind you that Wednesday night, just 2 nights, my Jupiter talisman, invoking the blessings of Jupiter, Zoom seminar, workshop, and where we'll make a talisman of Jupiter and show you how for you to do that too. It's this Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Now, you might already know that Constance and I are knee-deep in anxiety and trying to negotiate the complexities of this move. But anyway, so I'm urging you, if you intend to register, do it today or very early tomorrow, because with all the things on our plate, late registrations may fall through the cracks on Wednesday itself. So please keep that in mind. And speaking of that, and while I got the Jupiter stuff out, that's the Maenads thing. And also in the Rite of Jupiter, each of those rites of Eleusis that we've been talking about here in the book we're reading, Homemade Magic, each of those planetary rituals, Crowley designed not so much as a focused worship, or it's not focused on this God itself or the planetary sphere itself for the entire ritual. As a matter of fact, the plot of each of the rituals is the downfall of each of the planetary spheres to make way for the next lower planetary sphere. And for the Rite of Jupiter, there's wonderful Jupiter material and an invocation of Jupiter, and the stage setting is the Temple of the Wheel of Fortune and everything else. It's quite remarkable. But the big climax of the Rite of Jupiter is really setting the stage for the next rite, which is or on the Tree of Life, and in the Jupiter myth, actually it'll be 2 rites away, is the sun itself. Just like Dionysus was the son and the son of Zeus, Jupiter. And the idea that Jupiter manifests, or Zeus manifests in human form as the sun god Dionysus. And so the orgiastic climax of the ceremony with Maenads circling the altar and Dionysus being pulled out in a chariot pulled by, well, leopards, but not in our right. He was pulled by Maenads and stuff, while everybody is celebrating, circulating, and drinking. It's really something else. But anyway, I laid down on our living room floor, and Constance took paper mache and made this Dionysian mask. Okay, because of my face. And so in the actual Dionysian rites, the ancient ones, the god was symbolized or represented by a mask on a stick, just like that. And this, the Maenads and the other characters during that section of the ritual carry these pine cones on sticks called thyrsus. And this one I stuck on myself. This was our Christmas tree in 1977. And Constance stripped it down before we threw the Christmas tree away. This was the main trunk of our Christmas tree of 1977. And I don't know how I did this. I glued it, or there's a nail in there or something. But that's our thyrsus. So because we're getting ready to move, we've got all this stuff kind of out, and we're trying to figure out what to do with it and things like that. And here is actually, I pasted this, or I taped this to a button, and then at the feast that followed the rite of Jupiter, I wore this. Okay. Welcome to the banquet of the Father of the Gods. That's the main plot of that ritual. I'm God. And over the years, it looks like it has seen better days. But anyway, talk about a talismanic object. Okay, we're almost through here. Tomorrow, Constance is going to read for us the prayers to the elementals from Eliphas Levi. And that is the back of this book, and it will complete this book. And starting Wednesday, I'll start a little something else. So this is the epilogue, and it's called At the Gate of the New Year. Each year, instead of hosting a large, energy-draining New Year's Eve party that competes with half a dozen other large, energy-draining New Year's Eve parties thrown by our friends in neighboring Southern California communities, the DuQuettes host a different kind of event. We open our house to our party-going friends who are traveling to or from bigger and wilder celebrations, and give them a chance to pause and refresh themselves before going on to the great celebrations or returning home to their cozy beds. Our home is conveniently located midway on the Party Caravan Trail between Los Angeles and South Orange County and San Diego. And a surprising number of vagabond revelers take advantage of our little way station. We also open it up to have an open house for our neighbors and friends at the coffee shop and things like that. They all show up and think it's amazing. Besides tea and snacks, we offer them the opportunity during their short visit to divine their fortunes, for the coming year. If requested, I'll read their tarot cards or help them with a I Ching or geomantic reading. Brief ones. This quiet oasis during an otherwise loud and raucous day and night provides for many of our comrades a rare chance to truly reflect on their lives during the year that is passing away and the possibilities for the years to come. To look both forward and backward, like the two-faced Roman god Janus, god of gates and doors, beginnings and endings, and the month of January. Our wayfarers' our wayfarer's magical experience begins at the threshold of our front door. It's a simple ritual that was inspired by Constance's visit to the great temples of Japan. Before entering the temple, the pilgrims pause at an outdoor shrine and ceremonially wash their hands with pure water that is poured from a bamboo ladle. Then, with clean hands, they take a stick of incense and light it from a perpetual flame and place the burning incense in a container of sand. Sometimes they clap their hands as if to call the gods' attention to this offering, or else pause for meditation and prayer. Finally, they leave a few coins in another nearby vessel and continue their pilgrimage. While our shrine is not as ornate as those of the Japanese temples, Constance nevertheless creates a beautiful version of this array of ritual objects on the stone bench that graces our tiny outer portico. There she places 3 large china bowls, one filled with pure water, one filled with sand, and one for coins. In the back of the bowl of sand, she places a lit votive candle. In front of everything else, she stacks large amounts of Japanese stick incense. How do our guests know how to behave? Well, many of them know either from experience or from spiritual instinct what to do. But just in case, Constance posts a beautifully drawn and decorated sign that simply reads, "At the gate of the new year. New Year's ritual of welcome. Purify your hands with water so you may receive peace. Light a stick of incense so that you may receive freedom. Offer a coin so you may receive stability." Can you think of better gifts for the new year? Okay, tomorrow we'll try to get Constance closer to the microphone tomorrow, or we'll just have to impose upon you to strain to listen to her while she reads the prayers to the elementals, which will finish this book. Anyway, she's reluctant with all the other things that she's doing to get herself what she believes is presentable. So that's why she likes to do the last couple morning readings here off camera. So I hope you understand. She's still more beautiful than ever. So until tomorrow, continue to be good to yourself and be good to each other. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law. Love under will